How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Battle Stadium ranked session. Today we're using the Snow team again, and hopefully it goes well. If you want to use the team, use the code at the top right corner of the screen. And please like and subscribe for more double daily videos from me. So I found my first opponent. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but they've got a pretty looking team. We're going to have Tauros around for that Chansey and the AVALUGG as well. It'll also do really well against the Clodseye because it's not got the best physical defense in the world. And we should probably bring Magnezone in case they bring the Corv. So, with that in mind, I'm definitely going to bring Titan as well for that Hydreigon. So I think we've got a decent matchup here. And the battle begins. So my opponent over there with very red hair is going to lead off with their Glimmora as I led off with the Magnezone. So the Magnezone's not a bad one here. I mean, we have the air balloon, so we don't have to worry about the earth power from it. So I'm going to go ahead and go straight for a flash cannon. I don't see any reason not to. If they go for a power gem to break my balloon, then that's probably, you know, a bad thing. But hey ho, they're going to switch out anyway. They're going to go into whatever this is, which is probably the Clodsire. No, it's the Chansey. Okay, that's fine. Chansey's fine. We'll go for a flash cannon, get a bit of chip damage off on it, and that did nothing. Oh my lord. I did nothing at all. We're going to Volt Switch real quick on this thing. It's probably going to sell Stealth Rocks or something like that. I don't really see Stealth Rocks on 3v3, but sometimes you do see it. And Chansey's not exactly got the widest move pool at the moment. I think it lost Wish, right? I think. I don't know. Can't be 100% sure. So I'm going to go into Tauros. Tauros is definitely my Pokemon to switch in here. Tauros matches up really well against their entire team, to be honest with you, other than like the Corviknight. But even then, Corviknight gets bodied by a Flare Blitz. So they do go for the Stealth Rocks, which is absolutely fine. I don't need to worry about those too much. As we can just go straight for a close combat here. I see absolutely no reason not to. Absolutely no reason not to. They're going to withdraw the Chansey. That's absolutely fine. What are they going to go into, though? Oh, wow, Tauros' horns go red. That's awesome. They go into the Glimmora, who's going to take a close combat to the face. Easily gets 2-hit KO'd by it, which is amazing. So that's absolutely fine. We're going to get some Toxic Spikes on our side of the field, unfortunately, but it's absolutely fine. There's no big deal really about that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go for another close combat. I don't see any reason not to. There we go. Go for a close combat. Batter it into oblivion. Get some more Toxic Spikes on our side of the field. But you know what? I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely fine with that. Absolutely fine with that. So we'll see what they're going to do next. Let's see what other Pokemon they have in their ranks that can actually take on the Tauros. I don't think they've got much, to be fair. Right, what's this then? What's this coming in now? The AVALUGG. Okay, the AVALUGG's fine. Absolutely fine. So I want to keep Tauros around just purely for the fact that it's going to be our best bet in taking on the Chansey. So I'm going to withdraw into Magnezone. Magnezone has the air balloon, so it doesn't have to worry about Earthquake from this thing, or Headlong Rush if it has it. I don't think it has it, though. As they're going to go ahead and get some stones digging into me, which is fine. Absolutely fine. As they're actually going to terrestrialize. What type are they going to terrestrialize into, though? That's the real question. What type indeed? Are they going to be a ground type? A water type? That's not worked out very well for them at all. That is extremely poor, actually. Extremely poor. So they're going to go for an Iron Defense, which is absolutely fine. I don't mind that. The fact that you're a water type now makes it all the better for me, as I can just click Thunderbolt now and just get some damage off on you. And if you switch into Chansey, I'll just go straight back into my my Tauros. So that's absolutely fine. It works out nicely for me, that does. So in comes the Chansey. There we go. Go for a Thunderbolt. It's not going to do much damage to the Chansey, of course, but might get the paralysis, which we don't. We'll go for a Volt Switch real quick, and we'll go into Titan this time just to scout, because I want to see whether they got Thunder Wave or not, because I don't really want my Tauros to be Thunder Waved, to be honest with you. So we're going to Volt Switch out on this Chansey. And we're going to go into Titan. So we'll go into Titan real quick. There we go. Into the Titan. Titan. Right. We're looking good. We're looking good this game. We took out the Glimmora, and all I've got left is Chansey and AVALUGG. AVALUGG's a water type, and its main... Wow, Seismitoss animation looks wild. That was crazy. I much prefer the Gen 8 animation, though, but, you know, it's whatever. It is what it is. I'm thinking we go straight for the Ice Spinner here. They probably switch back into AVALUGG. If they do, it's fine. We can handle that, no problems. They are going to withdraw and go into the AVALUGG. Like the reason I'm saying it's fine is because the AVALUGG can't really do too much to us. So AVALUGG comes in. We go for the Ice Spinner, get a bit of chip damage off on it, which is not going to do anything to it, but, you know, it's whatever. Ice Spinner obviously doesn't... Unfortunately, Ice Spinner doesn't get rid of hazards, which is why it would have been nice if it did. Would have been nice, yeah, but not necessary. If that makes sense. So, this thing's probably just going to go for an Iron Defense again. So I'm just going to Magnezone real quick. I don't see any reason not to go into Magnezone. Because again, we've got the air balloons still intact, so we can take an Earthquake from this thing if we really want to. I don't think he'll go for that. I think he'll go for the body press. Yeah, there's the body press. That just cleanly one-shots me. It was a crit. We got critted. That's bad. That's bad. That is. That's very bad. That's very, very, very bad. Okay, we are kind of in a bit of a pickle now. So I think we go into Titan. We are in a bit of a pickle now. This has just took a complete 180. This is the thing about these 3v3 battles. They just the tides can turn so quickly. Like honestly, maybe I should have just stayed in with the Titan and Earthquake straight away. I mean, we would have been in a better position than we are now. That's for sure. That is for sure. So we'll go for an Earthquake anyway. There we go. Go for an Earthquake real quick just to get some chip damage off on this thing. See what it's going to do. It goes for a body press. That's going to one-shot us, of course. I never thought in my life I'd have such trouble against an AVALUGG. Never. Never in my life thought I would have such trouble against an AVALUGG. Never in my life thought I would have such trouble against an AVALUGG, so that's a real shame. I'm going to go for a Wild Charge here just because I don't want the defense drops from close combat. And, you know, there's always the chance that we can live. I'm Terrestrialized Fire, unfortunately, so I can't do anything here. I'll go for a Wild Charge, though, and just hope for the best. There we go. Go for the Wild Charge. Does absolutely nuff-all. Naff-all. I definitely should have stayed in with the Titan and let it go down to a body press and then brought in my Magnezone, but it happens. This is the kind of thing that happens. You know, you make one little mistake in a battle and it can completely turn the tides against you. So, yeah. Oh, well. Anyway, on to the next one. And we found our second opponent. Once again, I can't pronounce their name. They've got a Baxcalibur, Meowscarada, Skeledirge, Garganacl, a Goldengo, and a Glimmora. Wow. Okay, so first things first, they've got a bit of a ground weakness in the last 4 Pokemon. So I think we don't have a very good ground type. So it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter at all. Could we do anything with Hail here? No. I mean, we've got to watch out for that Goldengo again because it's just going to do a lot of work to us. Looking at this matchup, though, I think leading with Magnezone is going to be a solid one. I think we definitely need to bring Magnezone. Paldean Tauros could also be pretty decent. Not really, actually. Could be good against the... no, you know what? We don't want to bring that. We're going to bring Azumarill for the Baxcalibur. And then we need something for the Meowscarada, and I'm thinking Tauros is going to be good for that. Let's do that. And the battle begins, so my opponent over there is going to lead off with their Baxcalibur, as we led off with Magnezone. So this is not the worst matchup in the world, it's not the best matchup in the world. They can't really touch us, we can touch them. They could also terrestrialize into a fire type right now and blow us away. So we have to be careful. I'm thinking I'm probably going to outspeed because I'm max speed Magnezone. I'm thinking both their stabs are resistant to us, so we can probably go for a Flash Cannon if we want to. I'm going to go for Flash Cannon just because I think we've got a decent matchup here. And I don't think they'll terrestrialize into a fire type. I think that's pretty, you know, off books. They go for an Icicle Spear, which is absolutely fine. That's going to pop our air balloon and all that stuff. They're also probably going to get like 5 hits in a row. They got 3 so far. 4. And 5. So they probably have loaded dice as an item, which is pretty interesting. So it's nice to know Baxcalibur outspeeds Magnezone as well, so that's fair enough. Flash Cannon comes through and nearly takes them out. Unfortunately, it doesn't get the KO. As this next turn, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my Tauros, expecting another Icicle Spear, because that seems to be the general thing they're going for here. There we go, going to withdraw Magnezone now. They could go for Earthquake now that I'm thinking about it, but after the Intimidate, we should be alright. So we'll go in there and get the Intimidate off real quick. And we should be able to finish this thing off, no problems. They go for the EQ, that's fine. If they're loaded dice, it's going to do, yeah, about half. So we're alright. In these shorter games, it doesn't matter too much. So, again, looking at the rest of their team, they probably go into Skeledirge here. So I'm going to go for an EQ to get the KO here. They actually just let it go down, which means they probably don't have the Skeledirge. Otherwise, Skeledirge would have been a really good switch there. Well, not really, because I predicted them going for the Earthquake. But, you know, it would have still worked out nicely for them. Alright, what are they going to bring in now? They're bringing in the Goldengo. So Goldengo's here. Probably Choice Scarfed. Probably Choice Scarfed. I don't want a hard switch into Magnezone, though, so I'm going to go straight for a Flare Blitz and hope they outspeed. They are Choice Scarfed. Okay, that's good to know that they're Choice Scarfed, though. It's good to know that they're Choice Scarfed. So Tauros goes down, unfortunately. Tauros would never have won the matchup anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. I'm going to go into my Magnezone now. And the reason I'm going into Magnezone is quite simple. I just want to get the nice and powerful Thunderbolt off. And just get some damage on this thing, because Goldengo is extremely tough to deal with. Extremely tough to deal with sometimes. There they go for a Shadow Ball. They are going to stay in. That's fair enough. Is it going to KO the Magnezone? We barely live on 2. Able to get off a nice and powerful Thunderbolt. Can we get a Paralysis? We get the Paralysis! We get the Paralysis! We get the Paralysis! I love it when Hacks plays in my favor. I love it. So let's go for another Thunderbolt and take this thing out. We should outspeed now that, yeah, there we go. See, we should outspeed now that it's paralyzed. So there we go. We've got a nice powerful KO. And this is great because it means whatever their last Pokemon is, at least Azumarill gets a free switch into it. There we go. They're going to bring in their final Pokemon, which is the Skeledirge. We should be outspeeding this thing. No problems there. I'm going to go straight for a Thunderbolt. Just get as much damage off as I possibly can. And we'll surprise them with a nice and powerful Azumarill. There we go, we're going to outspeed, go for a Thunderbolt real quick. It does over half, which is great, or it does about half. They go for a Torch Song, that's obviously going to take us out, no problems there. Which is going to boost the special attack, unfortunately. And do they have Throat Spray? That's the real question. Are they a Throat Spray set? Doesn't look like we have... They are. Okay, they are Throat Spray. Oh no, they're the leftovers. The leftovers. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We're fine. We are absolutely fine. So we're going to Azumarill real quick. There we go, Azumarill comes in. The powerhouse, the huge power boss, hits him with a Liquidation, and that should be a KO right there. I don't think we outspeed, but we should be able to live one Shadow Ball. They're actually going to Terrestrialize right now, which is... Okay, what type are you going to be? Fairy. Oh dear, I'm thinking maybe we should Terrestrialize into our own Water type, if I'm Water type. I don't think I'm Water, actually. I think I'm Fairy. They go for a Slack Off, which is absolutely fine. Slack Off's absolutely fine. We could get a defense drop here with Liquidation. Let's see how much damage we're talking here. Oh, wow, we're doing more damage than they can possibly recover. And we got the defense drop. So we're fine here. We're fine. Absolutely fine here. They're not going to go for another Slack Off. They're probably going to go for a, either a Terra Blast or a Shadow Ball. I'm going to Terrestrialize. No, there's no point in me Terrestrializing. Absolutely no point in Terrestrializing. It's just a waste of an animation. So they go for a Terra Blast real quick. That's obviously going to do a lot of damage to us, but it shouldn't KO Azumarill from here. There we go. As we're able to go for a Liquidation and finish off the Skeledirge, and that's going to be the game. So that was a pretty fun second game. We got a nice bit of hacks on our side with Goldengo, and that makes up for the Body Press crit from the first game. Because even though I shouldn't have left Magnezone in against the AVALUGG like that, shouldn't have switched in against the AVALUGG like that, it still got a crit, which is annoying. And our third and final opponent of the day has got a very similar team to one of our previous opponents. They've got a very powerful looking team, to be honest with you. I think I definitely want to bring a Bomber Snow just so we can have a Spore Absorber in the from the Amoonguss. I think that my Noivern's going to be a good one here. We definitely need to bring Magnezone. No, we've got a Bomber Snow here for the Rotom, which is great. The Garganacl as well. I think we go with the Noivern into Magnezone into a Bomber Snow. Actually, no, I'm going to go Magnezone to Titan and a Bomber Snow. And the battle begins. So my opponent over there is going to lead off with their Hydreigon, as I led off with the Magnezone. So the Magnezone is not the best switch here. It's not the best matchup. We have got 3 Pokemon weak to fire, but we should be all right here. I'm going to go for a Volt Switch here because I can't really afford to just straight up switch out. So hopefully the Choice Scarf, and we can live this. We can't. That's a real shame. So that's going to pop our Air Balloon. We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. So we lost Magnezone right off the bat. I couldn't really switch either of these two in. I shouldn't have brought 3. I didn't even think about the Fire type, to be honest with you. It completely slipped my mind. Completely slipped my mind. So we'll bring to Titan in. So Titan is assault vested, so we should be alright, and we can always terrestrialize into a water type, which I'm actually going to do, just to make us have that less weakness. So I'll go for an ice spinner as I also terrestrialize into a water type. So let's see how this goes for us. Nice and powerful terrestrialization into a water type. Should be able to turn the tides for us. Get it? Because we're a water type. funny joke. So they're going to go for another Fire Blast. We're going to eval like it's nothing. There we go. Nicely done. No burn. That's great. Ice Spinner comes through. That should get the KO on the Hydreigon. Just barely misses on the KO. So we'll go for an Ice Shard real quick and get the KO there. There we go. Go for an Ice Shard. They stay in. Going to take out that Hydreigon. No problems there. Absolutely amazing work from Sir Titan. Right. They're going to bring out their Meowscarada, which is a bit of a troublesome one for me. Because of the flower trick, which is obviously going to be a critical hit every single time. I could have done with not terrestrializing. I'm going to go into a Bomber Snow. I think a Bomber Snow is the best thing to do here, so we'll go a Bomber Snow. We'll try and set up the Aurora Veil on this thing. That'd be ideal if we could do that. So a Bomber Snow comes in, it sets up the snow. There we go. As they can go for a flower trick. They're going to terrestrialize into what? A grass type? Or a bug type? Are they going to go bug type? The fairy type. They're going to go fairy type Play Rough. Or they go for a flower trick and they just terrestrialize anyway, so they wouldn't have to take as much damage from an Ice Shard. They go for a flower trick. There we go. Drops the bomb on me. Doesn't do anything because we're in a Bomber Snow and we are fat. Even with a critical hit, doesn't do much damage to us, which is amazing. So I'm going to go for an Aurora Veil now. They go for a Sucker Punch expecting an attack, but that doesn't work out for them at all as we're able to set up the Aurora Veil, which is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. That is so amazing. So, this particular Bomber Snow is more of a special attacker, so I'm going to hit it with a Blizzard. They go for a Terrestrialized Boost Play Rough, which is of course going to do a lot of damage to us, thanks to a critical hit, as we can go for a Blizzard now and do a lot of damage back to them in return. So, I'm confident we can live a Play Rough from this range without a crit, so I'm going to go for another Blizzard. They go for a Sucker Punch this turn. It's not going to KO thanks to the Aurora Veil, as we can go for a Blizzard and take out the Meowscarada. So this is working out quite nicely for us, as the Meowscarada is going to go down. Works out nicely for us. Works out very nicely for us, in fact. Right, this is the final Pokemon. They have a Dragapult. I think we've won this, you know? I really think we've won this. So we'll go for an Ice Shard real quick just to get some chip damage off on the Dragapult. The more damage we can get off on it, the better, really, as that does about a third of its health. They go for a Dragon Dart, so they are a physical one, which is a real shame. However, Sir Titan's in the back. We're a water type. We're not weak to fire, nothing like that. And we can just go straight for an Ice Spinner, hopefully, and take this thing out. Aurora Veil is up still. So we should be golden. We should be golden. So we'll go for an Ice Spinner real quick and take this thing out. They go for a Dragon Darts. Again, Aurora Veil's up. So we are going to tank this like a boss. There we are. As we can go for an Ice Spinner and take out that Dragapult. No problems whatsoever. So GG, my opponent. We finally got a couple of W's in one game. How amazing. Our rank's going to go right up. And just like that, we ran out of time. Thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.